Hey YouTubers, Mike Martin's here, Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for joining me. Almost 40% of Americans struggling just to get by. Guys, it's getting tough out there. And it's always been getting tough, but this is a different tough. This is a different struggle. Before, it's tough, you know, when you got laid off and you know, you're down to partial hours or part-time, or you get, you know, a cutback on pay, or you get a setback or a family emergency. This is different. This is people working 2 jobs, 3 jobs in a household, 4 jobs, and still can't get by. That's the problem. And this is becoming a bigger problem. Never ever in the history of all these English-speaking countries, New Zealand, Australia, United States, UK, Canada, where people have basically, back in the day, you had a full-time job, you had everything. You had your car, you had this, you had that, you had disposable income. You saved for a down payment on the house in a few years. You had everything rolling, right? All you needed was employment. Now, people have employment and double employment and triple employment, and it's just not enough to get by. A recent survey shows that 40% of all U.S. residents struggle constantly to meet at least one of their basic needs, including paying for food, healthcare, housing utilities, according to Urban Institute survey. The survey received responses from 7,600 adults that found the difficulties were more prevalent among adults with lower incomes and health issues. The issues was not only those with low income, but people from all walks of life who are running into similar hardships. The finding, published Tuesday of a nonprofit research organization, highlighted the financial strains experienced by many Americans in an otherwise strong economy. The average unemployment for 2017 was 4.4%, a low that followed the years of decline. But having a job doesn't ensure families will be able to meet their basic needs, said Michael Karpman, one of the study's authors. Among the households with at least one working adult, more than 30% reported hardship. Economic growth and low unemployment also do not ensure everyone can meet the basic needs, the author wrote. Among the most acute problems was food insecurity. Yeah, guys, the price of food's out of control. I don't know if you guys have been realizing or shopping or going out and buying food and actually taking a note on how much food is starting to cost. Because it's costing a lot more than it did before, and people aren't making enough to sustain that. You know what I'm saying? To sustain the cost of increases, especially in gasoline. Moreover, about 13% of Americans missed the utility bill payment at some point during the year. Another 10% of families either didn't pay the full amount for their rent or mortgage, or they paid it late. This is despite the fact that Americans work a lot and definitely cannot be called lazy. Approximately every 3 Americans have an extra job in addition to the main one. This so-called second job, it may be a delivery driver or a pet sitter or work for a caterer or tutoring in the U.S. There are many similar ways to earn extra money, said the USA Really source, California resident. Deborah Popularis of Nashville, Tennessee, underwent spinal fusion surgery last fall that had diagnosed with breast cancer shortly thereafter. Although she is insured, she owes roughly $19,000 of her portion of the medical bills. That's gonna hurt. Between disability and job change and the mounting debt, she hasn't been able to make ends meet and is now facing bankruptcy. It's hard at 64 years old. I look back and think, you know, I am in this position and I should be able to retire, she said. Jerry Wood, Renton, Washington, says she makes choices every month to pay a bill instead of another as she struggles to pay for her health care. Wood has lived for years with a brain tumor that requires regular monitoring and was recently diagnosed with diabetes that she takes insulin to manage. Holy crap, that's got to be horrible. Rising costs for her care, even with insurance, have her juggling bills to get by. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that. Yeah, I'm not going to bring that up right now. such as paying her cell phone electricity bill 1 month and not the next. And she still feels like one of the lucky ones as she is able to survive. Wow. Sorry, guys, I'm just reading through the screen here, and it's kind of tough to read through the screen. There is such need for safety nets. So many people are in this position, she said. The Urban Institute survey comes at a time when lawmakers are considering cuts to some safety net programs such as Medicare, SNAP, and housing assistance. The researchers said that lawmakers run the risk of increasing rate of hardship if they reduce support services. This is the first study on the subject by a DC-based organized which looks at the economic and social policy issues. The Institute plans to conduct the study every year to track the well-being of families as the economy and safety net system evolve. So, guys, this is tough. This is hard. This is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. Mind you, no one's given up. People are working. They're working towards their dreams. They got their eye set on the prize. Everyone's got an eye set on the prize. Everybody has an eye set on the prize. Everybody wants to win at the end, right? And back in the day, people are forgetting this, and I don't want the younger generations to not know this, okay, guys? And me and a guest on the show last night, Alex, we were talking about this, and I've been talking about this on my channel for like 4 years now, the price of food and everything, and the price of gas. And everyone's all excited, oh, the price of oil's going down, yay! Now the price of gas is going to go down, yay! No, it's not. Price of gas goes up when the price of oil goes down, especially if it's a heavy dependent country on oil sales. Canada was one of them, so is Venezuela. Look what happened to Venezuela. Luckily, Canada had a diversified economy. I'm not going to go there right now, but still. But yeah, oil's going to go down. Yeah, our gas will be cheaper. Technically, yeah, it should be cheaper because the price of oil is cheaper. No, because oil is a driving force of our economy. They just take it out of your pocket now. Out of your pocket for every cent you spend on gasoline. Now you pay more for gas. You know, if oil went to 20 bucks a barrel, did you know that the average liter of gas would be over $5 a liter if oil went back to 20? If it went to 20 bucks a barrel right now? Because that's the only way we can sustain the economy. Because we're hinging off student loans, personal debts. People are leveraged to the max. People are taking fourth mortgages. 4! I know in the U.S. it's only first and second mortgages. You can't take up to 4 liens on a house. But I just wanted to put this out there, guys. It is getting tough. It is getting tough to get by. It is tough. You know, the younger generations need to know that 20 years ago, all you had to do was have a job and you have everything. 140, or back in the day was 50 hours a week, or 45 hours a week, back in the day, right? All you had to do was work 45 hours a week back in the day and you had everything you wanted. Even at minimum wage, you had everything. You could afford to rent a place and not worry about eating. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who's going to push the reset button? Who's going to be the first country to go? Who's going to be the first country to collapse? Who's the first country that's going to, where people get pushed far back enough, they're going to say, you know what? We got nothing to lose anymore. Comment below. Let me know.